CBS News 8's Alicia Summers live at Kit Carson Park at a CAL FIRE staging center.
Good morning once again, Dan and Michelle. That's right. Hundreds of firefighters are here from across the state. They're taking turns relieving each other here and then going out on the front lines to battle the blazes that have been raging across the county for the past 4 days. So as you can imagine, some of these firefighters haven't had a break in 24 hours, working straight in the heat and in the dirt. But when they finally get to rest, they come here to this camp. Now, after spending the morning here, it's amazing. I did see a lot of exhausted faces, but not one complaint. Here's a look inside this camp that these firefighters have called home for the past 4 days. This is the staging area or holding area where equipment comes in and then gets assigned to an incident. Now, Fernando Herrera is with CAL FIRE. What equipment do we have here?
Well, like you said, the staging area here holds all the engines that are coming in, the different types, whether they're wildland engines, city engines, bulldozers, water tenders. All the specialized equipment from the different agencies are staged here in a holding pattern. And then we have a fuel point for all these folks here too. This is a fueling point.
Behind me is the mobile kitchen area where the crews will eat, and local inmates will prepare their meals. The crews are served breakfast and dinner with a box lunch, and as you can see, the meals are pretty hearty. And for those lunches they take out in the field with them, there's a regular bag lunch and a vegetarian one. There's everything from sandwiches, vegetables, Cliff Bars, cookies, and everything that'll keep them energized throughout the day. The crews pack their rigs with ice for their ice chest that they're going to take with them out in the field. There's no luxury here. The guys camp out when they have time to sleep. In fact, there's some sleeping now. There's a medical unit on base as well. And Fernando, what have you seen for the most amount of complaints the guys have?
Well, the number one cause is poison oak. A lot of poison oak out here and a lot of allergies. A lot of guys with allergies because of all the smoke and the dust being kicked up by the fire as they're working the fire line. Again, this is the medical unit leader. They take care of all those minor medical problems firefighters come in. It's like a small little drugstore too.
There is also a place where they can do laundry, and there's also a place where they can shower as well. There's also an office, a record-keeping office, where somebody tracks every tax dollar spent. And an operation like this can easily cost into the millions of dollars, with the most amount of money spent on food and fuel. We'll send it back to you.
It's a tale as old as time, and it's coming to the Civic Theater near you. Broadway's modern classic, Disney's Beauty and the Beast, is inviting you to be their guest. We step behind the scenes to see what goes into making an enchanted world for your entertainment pleasure, and it's no fairy tale, it's real hard work.
There's a lot of athleticism in the show, so people need to look after their bodies.
Take it from the man who plays Gaston.
We all grew up with the show, so we all care about it, and we all know that there's people out there. We met people in the audience last night after the show that it was their first time seeing it, so you want to do it right. You know, if this is going to be somebody's first impression of the show, of the story, or even the live version, you want to get that right.
The man who plays La Fou, Gaston's best friend, shows us some of the many elaborate props.
So during the Be Our Guest number, we have all of our cutlery, the forks, the knives, the spoons, that are all dancing, all of the ensemble.
He also shows us the costumes backstage, all hung up and ready for play.
This is the iconic belle dress that she wears during the ball.
Even managing the costumes is hard work. This is the costume that the wardrobe character wears. It weighs 30 pounds, and she has to sing and dance in this thing, too.
Speaking of singing and dancing, the actors gave us a little dance number from the beginning of the story when the men are in the bar singing Gaston.
So you see everything that happens behind the scenes. How does the Beast turn into the prince?
That would be Disney magic.
I have to be careful not to give away all the Disney magic, but I can say this play is an extended version of the animated movie and will include scenes you haven't seen before, but the storyline is the same, and you'll leave the Civic Theater with a happily ever after experience. Alicia Summers, CBS News 8.